Hello, everyone. This is the Insomniac GM, and I know I just did an unboxing for Animon story, but I wasn't really happy with it because I didn't want to spoil a whole lot of the book. But it's been a while since I read the digital version, and the audio was pretty poor in the video on that. That's my own fault. I was talking super quiet. I recorded it right after coming home from work and that. So I want to cover, now that I got a refresher on this book, I want to record, talk about the book, and give you guys more of an idea of what's in this book without spoiling every little thing, so you guys can buy the book if you're interested. So I will flip through the book somewhat, but yeah. So when it comes to Animon story, it is your Pokemon, Digimon, Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, RPG. Out of any one of those series, I would have to say this is more close to Digimon, and I'll explain that why in a minute. But when you play, you choose what type of child you want to play. So you could be Computer Wizard, the Wild Kid. I thought there were twins, but I didn't see them in here, so I guess that's my bad. And then you have multiple different ones. So like we got the Free Spirit here. So when you make your character, the kids, you only have 3 stats. I believe the stats. Let me look. I don't want to say it wrong. It is logic, reflex, and spirit. Okay. So when you make them, there isn't really min-maxing to this. The kids, yes, they have stats, but based on whatever you choose to play, it doesn't affect your stats. What it will affect is the archetype you play, the play style you play. So, for instance, when you play the Free Spirit, you're going to start off, you're going to choose an item you have. So they give examples of what you can choose: a colorful umbrella, an acoustic guitar, a set of homemade tarot cards. You get to choose what. Maybe it can be stones for channeling positive energy, or, you know, you probably wouldn't have a dream catcher with you, but something like that. These items can be used with your character. This is one of the reasons why I feel this game is kind of like Year Zero. I'm going to explain why. It's not exactly Year Zero, but it's like 90% Year Zero. So, a special item, let's say tarot card, okay? Let's say you're trying to convince someone something, and you go, you know what? I want to use my tarot cards and be like, hey, let me read your fortune in in order to distract them. Okay. Well, now that's your special item you're using. You get a boost. If the DM allows it. So that's how the special item works. You have the talent. That's pretty much your skill, but that's like a skill type strictly to you. You have the flaw, which is what your character's negative aspect is, and something to set you back. I believe I read somewhere like you get like experience points or something for playing out your flaw. And then you have your desire. What's your character's motivation? So I need to make everyone happy. I must become a better role model. I want someone to really understand me. Those are examples. Once again, these are all guidelines. They're not strict rules. So they're examples. You can make up your own. In fact, it constantly says that. And then you get to choose something that's like small that you have in your pocket. That's kind of like the special item. So, I'm going to give some examples of how you may react to other character types. Now, you got your 3 stats. Those affect like logic, reflex, spirit. That determines like your intelligence-based stats, physical abilities, and something about like your personality and that, like willpower or whatever. you know. Stamina, that is determined, I believe it was by your spirit, was it? No, sorry, I'm wrong. Ignore me on that. It's 9 plus your bond level, so everyone's going to start at 10. So your bond level with your Animon, I may keep calling it a Digimon in here, and I'm sorry, is it's your stamina points where, like, as the game goes, you're losing stamina, and if you reach a 0 on it, your character may fall unconscious. Think kind of Pokemon, where all of your Pokemon faint, the trainer loses stamina there. So, then you got the Virtue. This is another reason why I say this is like Digimon. It's been a while since I've watched Digimon, so I can't quite remember them, but they're kind of like the crests with like courage and whatnot. You use this to help evolve your Animon by like role playing and gaining like points and that. Yeah. Now, as you play, you'll increase your bond, and that will evolve your Animon. So when you start off playing, you get to customize your Animon. You get to choose what type of creature it is. That doesn't really affect anything. You just kind of choose what it looks like. And then you choose what its element is. Now, just kind of like Pokemon and Digimon, but I don't know Digimon as well with it. You have fire beats grass, grass beats water, water beats fire. What ends up happening is, so on a D6, normally you need to get a 4 or higher to succeed, get a success. If you're playing a fire, let's say you're playing Charmander and you're attacking a Bulbasaur, instead of a 4 or higher for a success, you need a 3. But let's say you're fighting a Squirtle. Instead of a 4, you now need a 5. So it makes things harder. Now, when it comes to your stats for your Animon, you have power, heart, brains, and agility. It'll affect damage, health, initiative, and your signature attack, and dodging an attack. Now, your signature attack is you make a special attack where, think kind of like Pikachu. Pikachu has multiple attacks, but Pikachu has, like, later on, Volt Tackle, and what is it, Thunderbolt? It's been a while since I've watched anime. Like, I stopped watching, like, after Johto, so I'm sorry. But when you create your Animon, I'm trying so hard not to call them Digimon. You have 8 points, you distribute them, none of them can be higher than 4. So let's say your Animon has a 3 in power, okay, or let's say agility. You're trying to dodge an attack, you roll these 3 dice, okay? I got a 3, a 4, and a 6. That's 2 successes. Okay? And let's say my opponent has... Let's say our opponent has 2 dice, or let's make them 4, and they have a setback. That was a 4. Okay? They have 2 4s and 2 2s, but because it's a setback, they need 5 or higher, they fail. Because we got 2 successes, they got none. So, combat's very easy. You're creating a dice pool with this. Now, you have your signature attack. These are... You can use them a number of times per day. Now, your signature attack, you can choose what they can do. Like, you can attack multiple targets, or you can add, like, a burn effect, or whatever. Real simple. Now, evolutions. This is another reason why I say this is like Digimon. So you have Fledgling, Basic, Super, Ultra, and Giga. I don't remember all the Digimon stages, but you have Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, and Mega. Don't remember what the first is. You start off as a Basic class. And if you evolve into these, after you get out of it, you return to Fledgling. So your Animon gets nerfed. So you create stats and evolutions for each one of these as you go. And there's guidelines on how you go about evolving them and that. The book has some tips for creating stories. The Game Master section, I said I didn't remember, but reading through it, it's like, okay, it's not as much as I remember. That's probably why I don't remember. There are some sample Animon in here for you to use. Frankly, I don't think I would use them, just because it's like, I'm gonna either play an existing IP or I'm gonna make one myself. So Pokemon, Digimon, whatever. But I know you can, if you want to play in the Animon like setting, you can always buy like the Animon deck of cards and use those for creating. Now this is the part I really loved with us, is the optional rules in there. So before there weren't options for capturing Animon, you now have rules on that to be able to run like Pokemon on that. These these rules here on this page alone is giving me ideas for more campaigns than just the Digimon I talked about before. You can fuse two Animon together to make one, and then there's a rule where you fuse a child to an Animon. That's kind of like Digimon Season 3. And that's kind of like the Digimon movie, Digimon Season 2. First off, I'm excited about the idea of running a Digimon game one day with us. My idea is to do like the student council has full control because they have have Digimon, and like the players accidentally get Digimon, and now they can compete with the student council, and it's not just all action. It's like beating the student council at their own games. Kid Fusion. I have an idea for like a kaiju game for this, where like the players get like some kind of creature that they can fuse with and fight giant monsters. You have transformation side evolutions. You have burst evolutions. Evolutions. Sorry, I'm gonna get the name wrong because I haven't played Pokemon since Ultra Sun and Moon, but terrestrialization or whatever it's called. That's kind of what the burst evolution kind of reminds me of. It's taken your Pikachu and you slightly change it, it gets a boost, and it doesn't evolve. So now you have a Pikachu who you can still have an electric type, and or you can change the type, I think. I can't remember. But now it gets a boost in its stats. There's rules for a trading card game for doing something like Yu-Gi-Oh! That's like on 2 pages. You have power-ups for equipments. And then you got permanent evolutions. Now this is something for more of a Pokemon-like game. That's what I see. Why I see this as so much as a Digimon RPG at first. Now you have your character sheet. You got the kid, your basic stage, and then it's pre-evolution and evolutions. When I was gonna run the Pokemon game, I did alter this where I just took this and like made a sheet with it just multiple times, front and back, so the players had like a slot for 6 Pokemon. We never ran that game because they started talking about wanting to try playing OSR, and I jumped on board that. Now, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, that's Animon story. Real simple, pretty basic game. Like, I wanted to make a Pokemon Year Zero engine game, and I started working on it, and when I got so far into it, I realized this came out, and I was like, okay, I'm going to just stop making it if somebody's already making it. So this is just me trying to fix that video. So I might keep that one still up just because of my reaction, but there's not much of a reaction. I don't know. that's Animon story. If you've ever played it before, I'd love to hear your experiences. If you haven't played it, I'd love to hear what ideas you have for games. You know, part of this channel is us throwing ideas at each other. Part of us experiencing each other to different RPGs, different creatures, and whatnot, and helping us brainstorm ideas with each other. So I'd love to hear your guys' ideas too, you know? And I will see you guys again next time. Take care.